Okay, guys, let's move into our demo session. Here is what I have for you. So, we are here for a power as a power platform developer. Okay, so we are not going to not a simply a power app developer, power platform, power automate developer, or else some other SharePoint developer or database developer. We are going to be a platform developer because under power. Why we say it is power platform? Under power platform you will have under shelter of power platform you will have power apps, power automate, power virtual agents, power pages, AI builders. Okay, and the two one is the Microsoft Dataverse, which is one of the inbuilt database, and one more thing is external database, which is part of a Microsoft is a SharePoint. Okay, so these all put together we call them as a power platform. And once you are into power apps or power automate project, in the next project you might be working on power automate, you might be working on model driven application, you might be slowly switching to CRM application, CRM integration, F&O integration. Okay, or Salesforce integration, SAP integration with power apps. All the 1,000+ applications integrations you will be doing in the power app and with power automate. So one thing you need to remember is that you will be once you start this one, you should recognize yourself as a power platform developer rather than a power app or power automate developer. So whatever the system it is there under power platform, you all need to be, I mean, like something sometimes you will be shifting based on your requirement. So that's the reason what we will be covering is in our training we will be covering power apps, power automate, model driven applications, uh, SharePoint and Dataverse. I mean, you SharePoint as a database, how we can use. We will learn, and Microsoft Dataverse. Uh, it's a part of Power Apps. No, it is this database is created itself for the low coders and to work with Power Apps. Okay, and the languages which are used in Power Apps. Okay, it's gonna be like an expression. Now what are those expressions also we will learn, and how to make your app function according to that. And AI builders now which is also AI builders. So in this AI builders we will train a workflow, we will train a workflow accordingly, and we will use them. Whereas in the power automate now we will create a workflow for its automation, whereas we will train the workflow in the AI builder. Now coming to the Power BI, we are not going to cover Power BI because this is for the analyst side. So this one tool is analyst side. So if you want to go to the analyst, you can go with Power BI. And already Power BI competition is high, that there are a lot of developers in the Power BI. Already companies will reuse their resources which are having Power BI. But coming to the Power Platform, no Power Platform and Power Apps and Power Automate, there are very few developers. Even there are a lot of lagging in the market uh, for the developers resources. So wherever I have observed, no, there is very limited resources available for Power Platform rather than Power BI, because this Power Apps is a new tool. Like it got released in the year 2017, something around like that. So its lifespan is very less compared to other tools which are in the market. So rather than wasting our time in the Power BI, if you want to compete or grow ourselves, instead of competing with those Power BI developers, no, we smoothly learn these tools along with the Power BI, Power Automate Desktop, which is an RPA tool. Okay, so what is a Power BI, Power Automate Cloud and Power Automate Desktop? We will learn everything we discuss. So welcome, I am Rajesh, and I am been a Power Platform developer from past uh, 6 years, and before that I was into iOS development for nearly 3 years. So completely I am into development and a bit of web. I work as a web developer as well. So these three technologies I have worked. I'm completely into development into various tools. So welcome back once again. Let's move forward. So Power Platform is an amalgamation of Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, but no, it moved into Fabric ecosystem, Power BI Fabric ecosystem, and here Power Pages. So these are the main tools which they say. But under this also we have Power Apps. No, under Power Apps. So under Power Platform we have Power Apps. Okay, and this Power Apps is further divided into two things. It is Canvas application, Canvas apps, and model driven apps. Model driven apps. Model driven apps. Okay. So this Power Apps is further divided into Canvas apps and model driven apps. Now what are these in detail? I'll come back. And coming to Power Automate. Now the next tool is Power Automate. Okay, this Power Automate we have two versions. Okay, two versions of Power Automate we have. One is cloud and one is desktop. And both are not similar. Both are not similar. Cloud here and desktop. Don't assume that like other tools, if we install that in our laptop, it will work same. No, 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 no. Cloud is cloud concept is the original Power Automate concept, whereas desktop concept is for RPA bot applications. Desktop is meant for RPA development. RPA development. Okay, using desktop we will develop bots, whereas with clouds we will develop workflows. We will automate the existing workflow. Suppose uh, daily you want to download a database from Salesforce or SAP and copy that database into an Excel sheet. Copy relevant Excel sheets, relevant columns into an Excel sheet. This is the activity a person is doing. Okay, one of our employees doing. No, using Power Automate we can download that particular, create that workflow and download the activity, and also get the extract the records which we want and copy them into another Excel. So a small example I have given for Power Automation. Okay, like this we have thousands of hundreds of automation. Even I am working on nearly I am working with a team where we are automating 150 process of affect clients. Okay, from past 6 months we are automating nearly 150 processes. Okay, so like that different scenarios, whatever the repetitive scenarios are there. Okay, repetitive scenarios are there, we will we will try to automate that win. And a lot of things now under RPA we have a lot of tools. Now why I am highlighting this point is under Power Automate cloud and desktop, in the current market trend what is happening is that every RPA bot, no, we develop bots. We develop bots. Okay, in every company the situation for Power Platform developers right now is uh, actually the bots are developed with other tools. UiPath. So these are few of the tools. UiPath, Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere, Automation Anywhere, Automation Anywhere. Okay, actually every company the tools are developed with the bots are developed with these tools. Now what is happening is every company because of the advantages what Power Platform is having, no, they are migrating the bots. Their migration is going on. I have seen it in I straightforwardly worked with 3 companies in the last 1 year, and every 3 companies know they are having this migration requirement. So this is a good sign for Power Platform developers. So other technology are they are converting into Power Automate. Okay, Power Automate, this is actually desktop comes under RPA, but looking into the going into the trending scenario, by looking into the trending scenario, what I wanted to do is I wanted to give a good glimpse and where you get so keeping the knowledge of cloud in view, you can, if you also work on with the desktop at that time also, it will be useful and you can extend your training on yourself and you can also be eligible for these kind of projects. These kind of projects will be there in the market for coming 2 to 3 years. Only the migration projects. Okay. And coming to the power apps projects, they are already going on. They are already going on. And this one also you might need to grab if you want to uh, be on the billing scenario. So this is also one thing which is going on thing. So these two things will be covered, and one more thing, uh, is the power virtual agents or the other name for the power virtual agents is Copilot Studio. They have renamed under the Copilot branding. No, they have renamed this one also Copilot Studio. So using this studio, we will develop chatbots. Chatbots in a simple way. Chatbots in a regular day scenario, in each and every website consists of chatbots. Whether you take a shopping website or food delivery website, or any kind of uh, even the insurance websites and telecommunication websites, everything is now turned into a chatbots. Nowadays we are reaching to a customer care executive less, and rather making our requirement done in a chatbot. Now all the requirements, few of the applications, few of the companies are using chatbots in such a way that your requirement is fulfilled in just a few messages in a chatbot. So this kind of chatbots we can develop using Power Virtual Agents or Copilot Studio. Okay. And one more thing is AI builder. So this thing will also be covered. AI builders. AI builder, you can assume that it's a shortcut for, it's a shortcut. Power Automate is only a shortcut, but its advanced version is AI builder. You can assume, but here we develop workflows, whereas here we train the workflows for our requirement. We train that. Suppose there is a document and you want to pick some place. Suppose there is a agreement. In that agreement, important thing is who is the owner and who is the leasee. Okay, who is the owner and who is the tenant. These details, if you want, I will give a raw document to that AI builder, and I mean like application, and I want to extract these details from that, highlight these details or extract the details. Now how it will be done? It will be done by training. Okay, we will be training that AI builder, and we will see how we will make that trained scenario used in our application. So that is what AI builder. So the difference between Power Automate and AI builder is that here we will write the workflows, where we will train the workflows. So that is the difference. Especially for document understanding, we will use document understanding. Okay, so this is all about the development. Coming to the, after this development, we will have, I mean like, once you develop the product, you need to move it to the production. For that, we require one more thing called power platform pipelines. So power platform pipelines. So pipelines will also be covered, and two additional databases. That one will be a SharePoint. The SharePoint will be covered as a database, and Dataverse. Okay. Now here you need to know. So these are the things which we will cover. Now here you need to know the differences between the Canvas app and model-driven application. So in the Canvas application, just a small solid differences if you want to know. No, so Canvas application is a design oriented. Canvas application is design oriented. Now we will learn what is this. Just know the difference. Design oriented. Okay, design oriented, and it supports all databases. Okay, all databases. So it supports all databases. Like, first you will develop an application similar to Android or iOS application, kind of application you will develop. Okay, you will develop this application, and then what you will do is you can integrate any kind of database. But whereas the model driven application, first you will create the data. First, data oriented, not data oriented. This is first you will create a data in a dataverse, and it supports only dataverse. Only supports dataverse. Now this is the difference between the model driven applications and okay, between the model driven applications and this one is that it is a design oriented and we can integrate any kind of database, whereas with the model driven application it supports only dataverse. This is the difference. So these are all the things which we will be covering in our training sessions. Okay, now why we go for that power platform is that it's a rapid development. No, it is not a kind of traditional development practice we will do, or else we will, it is not that much AI thing. So human environment like involvement is there, and from the starting we will develop it from our hand. It's not like completely a robot is doing and AI complete AI involvement is there. It's fast as well as scalable, and anyone can learn, and coding is also very less. We will already use the pre-built components available in the power apps, so anyone can start developing. No, whether you are from the functional or accounting or finance department or HR department, it's easy for you to kickstart your development. Okay, kickstart your development with power apps. Now to reduce the scarcity of developers, also to reduce the scarcity of the developers also across the world, Microsoft has invested a lot to create this low code no code platform. And how much low code and no code also you can ask. 70% lesser than other programming languages, 70% lesser than our other programming languages. Like 30% coding is there, 30% coding is there, because based on the coding logic only your app will work, but it is not that much. So that thing I can assure you. And coming to the power automate, as we said, it is useful to automate workflows. That workflows can be anything. Okay, like you are going and switching on a server, this is a workflow. This one you doing manually, but the same activity you can use a power automate flow to go and switch on a server. That server can be anywhere. Okay, so we will code those particular things where it need to go and switch on the server. This is one of the smallest workplay activity. And especially where you will be used for the business purposes. Now you have banks, so banks uh, to specify, I mean, like every month they will notify if you have credit card, and if you are using that, to notify your bill date, it will keep on sending reminder emails. It will keep on sending the reminder emails every month. Yeah, namaste uncle. Of course, sir. So this kind of scenario, like automating these kind of things, no, for that we will use power automate in a simple way. So reminder emails, you remember. So how we create them, that is part of power automate. And power BI, it is about the data visualization. So whatever the raw data we have, no, so that data, to show it in the formats of this one, like bars, charts and pie charts, etc., etc., uh, we will use power BI. So we will use power BI. And now coming to the power virtual agents, in a simple way, the chatbots which you are doing, which we are seeing in a regular day practices, the chatbots, all those things also we will learn, and we will develop those chatbots. And the all the parts of, I mean, like in the integrated power apps, no, power platform, no, we will have dynamics 365 applications, office 365 applications, standalone apps. No, this power platform supports 1,000 plus applications, like any application you take in the world. A number ఇచ్చి పోరా అంకుల్ మీద. లేదు. 1 second guys. Sorry guys, I'm back. So this is truly a intended for citizen developers as well as the real developers. Now real developers can utilize the app in their own ways, and a citizen developer can start and begin the development. So there are no restrictions for any kind of developer. So whether you are from any kind of non-technical background or sales background or uh, I mean mechanical engineering background, accounting background, MBA background, no restrictions are there. You can kickstart any business app development. Okay, so certifications covered. So as I said, no, I will be covering a few parts of RPA to kickstart your migration projects from the other technology to another technology. So that will be helpful. So if you continue there, you can become you can work out with the PL 500 certificate. This is out of scope, but yet since I'm giving you a kickstart, you can do that. No, PL 100 easily you can cover off my you can easily clear PL 900 after my trainings. And if you after PL 900, if you keep an effort of 1 or 2 months on this one, no, you can clear PL 200 easily. And PL 300 is of highest level, so for that you need to work in a few projects if you want to clear PL 400. But PL 900 and PL 200 consultant and fundamentals Power Platform fundamental expert and consultant, no, both these things you can clear. Okay, and PL 500 is purely its RPA thing. So not only we are not only sticking with the cloud development, but since we are giving, I mean, like I'm taking you forward to the desktop and RPA development tool, the so Power Automate desktop. So that's why you can put some effort, also clear them at a time. So one shot, three butts, at least two butts. So PL 900 and PL 500. So like that, I have designed my training program, and you can also follow that and put the effort accordingly. So that's it. So there are some I mean, why we use Power Platform is that streamlined the workforce, so automation, improved customer experience. These days, customers are willing based on its low coding and no coding capacity and enriched features which it has compared to the traditional development. No, customers improved experience is also increased, and operational efficiency. So less efforts, more results. Citizen developers are coming forward to develop, and based on the data we can go what kind of application we want. We have these many choices of apps, no, so based on our data, if it is less data we will go for Power App, more data go for Power model driven application. uh, Based on the connectors it supports, we can go either for the Power Automate or Power Automate desktop. And to show the data we are using Power BI, and to I mean, like to compute the data and give you a results, we are using Power Virtual Agents. To develop external websites we are using Power Pages. So the difference between the Power Apps and Power Pages is that Power Apps is purely intentional for the organization app development. So Power Apps will work only inside the organization, but in some scenarios, in some scenarios, we also need to provide our I mean, like provide information to external parties. Now what is the scenario I will say you, but the difference between the Power Apps and Power Pages is Power Pages completely it's an internal only, internal application, internal usage only, whereas for the Power Pages, so externally also we can share the data. So it's a web development tool. Power Pages is a so Power Pages is intended for external organization tool. Okay, external organization. So anyone, if I enable that option of external organization, okay, except Power Pages, all are internal organization tool. Okay, all are internal organization tool. Okay, so remember this, what is the scenarios we will learn, but today what are the tools we are going to cover and why we use them, just a glimpse I have given you. uh, these are the tools which we are going to cover in this training session. That's it guys. So that's it. What no, why you should give is why you should join my program is that you will get pre and post training guidance. So when you are under me as a under my training, whatever the support I'll give in the classes. So once you completed, you have gone into a project, you have stuck somewhere, At that time, if you want some support, you can ping me and I will arrange that support based on the requirement. Okay. Okay, it can be from any kind of guidance. Okay, I can give you directly, or else I will arrange some alternative for that. Okay, so you can directly, whenever once you join this program, no, you will be we will all have a group. Okay, we will all have a group. Now whenever you want any kind of hints or support, now you can directly ping me and you can ask me any kind of doubt. And and we all are doing this to grab the client interviews or job interviews. So people who are working, no, they are migrating. So for migration, migrating to other technology also, you require the interview. uh, and to stay to go to another project also, you will have an internal client interview. Most of the companies do that. I am not sure about your companies, but most of the companies, to move you to one other, from one client project to another client project also, internal interviews will happen. Okay, and if you want to move from one company to other company for the hikes also, interview is required. So interview focus is there in every class. No, every class based on a topic, how that question will come, I will train you in the classes. And when you are, if you are going to if you are going to interviews, what you need to do is just to provide me the JD and I will guide you how to clear that interview and crack that interview. Like that, there is no limit for your interview guidance. Whenever you want, I will provide you the guidance. Okay, and we will develop projects similar to what I do. Usually I work in the daily phase applications, no. So I will grab few scenarios and I have designed them and we will learn them accordingly. Okay, so this is what I have, and that's up. This is from my side and it's up to you guys. Okay guys, see you all in the next class. Bye bye.